There is a law written not in stone but in flesh and spirit. What is not challenged will not change. A hand that has never known friction will blister and break at the first sign of real work. A muscle that has never known strain will fail when a true burden must be lifted. We accept this as a universal truth for the physical world. Yet we treat the mind as a fragile heirloom to be protected at all costs. We swaddle it in comfort, shield it from dissent, and seek the smoothest, most level path, then wonder why it shatters under the inevitable weight of existence. But a life of consequence is not built on soft ground. The creation of an unbreakable mind is not an act of shielding, but an act of forging. It is a deliberate process of conditioning, built not in quiet rooms with easy affirmations, but in the fiery crucible of deliberate adversity. This video is the blueprint for that forging process, so stay with us until the end to master every step. If you are truly ready to rise from the lazy comfort that keeps us fragile, then make a commitment to your own strength. Like this video to signal your first step, and subscribe to RiseLazy so you never have to walk this path alone. This journey begins the moment you change your relationship with discomfort. You must learn to see it not as an enemy to be vanquished, but as a sparring partner to be engaged. You must seek it out. This is the voluntary shock of a cold shower that silences the chattering mind and teaches the body to withstand. It is the tremor in your voice as you choose to speak a difficult truth. It is the burn deep in your lungs as you push for one more mile, long after your resolve has begun to fray. These are not acts of self-flagellation. They are controlled burns, designed to expand your capacity for the uncontrolled fires of life. With each intentional act of hardship, you are laying down another microscopic layer of resilience, a kind of spiritual callus that does not numb you, but rather armors you. You are teaching your nervous system, one deliberate repetition at a time, that you can endure. The unavoidable impacts from the outside, the sharp edge of an insult, the blunt force of a setback, begin to land differently. Their power to pierce you diminishes. Instead of reacting to criticism as a verdict on your soul, you begin to observe it with the cool, detached curiosity of a scientist studying data. It is merely information, a reflection of another's inner state, not a binding truth about yours. This act of dispassionate observation creates a profound shift. You are not suppressing emotion. You are choosing not to generate it unnecessarily. You let the words and events of others wash over you, like water over a great stone, acknowledging their presence without allowing them to alter your core. This clarity, this stillness, carves out a silent space within you. It is a sacred pause between the world's stimulus and your response. In the untrained mind, this gap is non-existent. A trigger fires, and a reaction explodes. But with practice, you can widen that gap. You can stretch that fractional second into a vast field of choice. In that space, which may last only for the length of a single conscious breath, lies your entire freedom. It is the moment where you reclaim dominion from your primal impulses and hand the reins to your higher self. It is where you choose reason over rage, grace over grievance, and a deliberate step forward over a panicked retreat. To live in this space is to cease being a leaf blown about by the winds of circumstance and to become the mountain that watches the winds blow, unmoved and sovereign. Becoming this mountain is a discipline, and the final part of this video reveals how to make this sovereign strength your permanent reality. If you are ready to rise above the lazy path of reaction, then make your choice clear. Like this video to anchor your intention, and subscribe to RiseLazy to continue the ascent. And from that mountaintop view, you make one final crucial realization. The pain, the resistance, the struggle, it is not an obstacle on your path. The struggle is the path. The hardship is not something to be endured simply to get to the other side. It is the very tool that is shaping you. The burn you feel is not a signal of damage, but a signal of growth. Like a muscle tearing and rebuilding stronger, every challenge that you meet with this new mindset is a repetition that fortifies your will. You stop wishing for an easier life and begin to find a quiet power in the difficulty. The world will never stop testing you. It will never stop providing resistance. But you can build a mind so well conditioned, so thoroughly forged in the fires of your own choosing, that its tests no longer feel like attacks. They feel like training, and the attempts to break you become the very things that make you unbreakable.